don't even know where to start when it comes to building outfits. Please help. Hello, welcome. I'm Kristen from Kristen Cain Style. I'm thrilled that you are here. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am a style and mindset coach, and I can help you create a wardrobe you love wearing. I do that by giving you the tools to actually figure out how to know what you love wearing and how to put those pieces together, and also by paying attention to your mindset, because so often we think that it's just about the clothes. If I just find the right piece, I'm going to look and feel amazing when I get dressed. But when there are thoughts that have been spiraling and looping around in your brain for likely decades that have become limiting beliefs, those thoughts are getting in the way. So it doesn't matter what you put into your wardrobe, you're not going to end up looking and feeling amazing in your clothing because you have these thoughts that are sabotaging you. My work is to help you clean out those thoughts, kind of clear out the cobwebs with regards to the limiting beliefs that you might have been thinking on repeat for decades and not even noticed, and recognize how those things are showing up in your clothing and in your day-to-day life when you go to get dressed. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, I would love that. Style Therapy is my signature program. There is a link down below. It all starts with a 1-hour free consult call where we get really clear on what your actual style struggles are. Because I promise you that more often than not, women come to me saying, well, this is the problem. And when we do the exercise that I offer inside the free consult call, it becomes crystal clear what the actual problem is. And more often than not, it is not actually what you think it is. It is something slightly or sometimes radically different. And so if you're trying to solve the problem you think it is, and it is even a little bit different, you're not getting the result you want. So we start with a consult call. I help you decide if style therapy is the right fit for you right now, and then we go from there. There's a link down below if you'd like to book your call so that we can hop on Zoom and get to work on figuring out what's going on with your style. Today, I want to talk about outfit building. And I have another video on outfit building that I will link. Outfit building is one of those things that oftentimes clients say to me, well, if I could just figure out what to wear with what, if I could just know how to make a great outfit, what makes a great outfit, then all my style struggles would be solved. And so I don't know if that's true for you. I don't think that that's true for most women. There are usually some other things, some other layers that need to be addressed also. And certainly the idea of not understanding how to build a great outfit does hold women back. And it can be the thing that feels like it's the biggest obstacle with regards to getting dressed and looking and feeling amazing every day. So today I'm going to talk about that. Let's talk about outfits. So the first thing I would ask you, if you were my client, and that's how we're going to play this, that's always the way I like to do these videos, where I am actually coaching in a similar way, or sometimes the exact same way as I would if you and I were working together one-on-one. So if building outfits isn't your problem, if that isn't a thing you're struggling with, you can often use the questions that I ask for one coaching situation and just apply those same questions. Ask yourself those same questions about the thing that is bothering you. So if it's not outfits, it might be something else, and you can use kind of these same questions to help get at the bottom of it. Because what happens with our minds is if we don't ask good questions, if we don't ask, I don't want to say right questions because that can get kind of perfectionistic. Well, if I ask the wrong question, I'm not going to get the right answer. But if we don't ask questions that make our mind work differently and make our mind start to filter through different information or allow information in that is different than what it automatically filters based on what we think and believe, if we don't ask those questions, we just stay stuck. And so that rut, that kind of stuckness that women often feel when it comes to getting dressed, is because we haven't given our mind a problem to solve in a fresh way. So the questions that I am going to offer here, you can use, as I said, to build outfits. You can also likely use them in other areas. So first question would be, why is it hard for you to build outfits? And in most cases, I suggest that you get a piece of paper or you open up an empty page on your computer and you actually spend 10 minutes digging into, why is it so hard for me to make outfits? What is the truth there? What do you believe is the problem? It's so hard for me to make outfits because I don't have any time in the morning to actually put pieces together. It's so hard for me to make outfits because my size has changed over the last few years and I don't actually have any clothes that I like how I look in. It's hard for me to make outfits because I'm colorblind and I don't really know how to put pieces together because I can't see them so well. It's hard for me to make outfits because I don't really know what shapes look good on my body. I've been told so many things over the years by family and friends and store clerks, and so I'm really confused as to what the problem is. ask yourself why you're having trouble making outfits. What is the reason? What are the reasons? List them, get them down on paper, get them out of your brain. Because once they're out of your brain, it softens them a little bit. They're diffused a little bit, because when we see things on paper, oftentimes the things that feel so big and have been swirling for so long and gaining momentum in our heads, once we read it on paper, we think, well, that's not that big a deal. Okay, well, I can figure out how to solve this, because we've shifted something. We're not allowing that loop to continue. We've broken that loop even by writing it down and reading it. It shows us in a different light, oh, this is what I think is the problem. Is this actually the problem? It allows you to get curious and investigate a little more. So why are you having trouble building outfits? What is it about building outfits that is keeping you stuck? Answer that question. If you're like a lot of my clients, it can be a lot of different things. It can be one different thing, or it can be a collection of different things that are getting in the way. It could be that you have too many clothes. Just fundamentally, you just have too many clothes. And while that seems like it would lead to a lot of great outfits, and ultimately it can, to have, a large quantity of garments that you can choose from, oftentimes the reverse is what happens when you have this packed closet full of this, bounty of pieces. You tend to wear the same things over and over again because it's just too overwhelming for your brain to try to figure out what to do with all that's in there. So oftentimes it's that you have too many clothes. Sometimes it's that you have too many vibes. One day you want to be bohemian, one day you want to be preppy, one day you want to be athletic, one day you want to be edgy, one day you want to be grungy, one day you want to be free-spirited. Whatever the things are, the vibes are that you identify with, if you have sort of full capsules of each of those vibes in your wardrobe, it can make it hard to build an outfit because there are so many components, similar to just having a lot of pieces. If you have a lot of pieces that are kind of all over the board with regards to vibe, or maybe they were who you were a while ago. You were really bohemian or really driven to be kind of edgy and alternative at some point in your life, but now you actually like, coastal grandmother, and you want these soft, cozy sweaters and a totally different color palette. So if you don't have an idea of kind of what's going on in your closet with regards to where the problem is, and you've paid a little bit of attention to that, it can be really hard to pull a coastal grandmother outfit together when you have all these other different vibes going on all in the same space. It's hard to discern what needs to go with what, or what can go with what. It could be as simple as you have too many colors. You absolutely love color, or you maybe don't love color, but you've been told you should wear more color, so you keep bringing in more color, and now you have this wardrobe full of color and it looks like the rainbow, but you actually don't know how to put the pieces together. One of the things that I see with my clients more often than I ever thought I would when I started this work is the struggle of colored pants. Women seem to think that they need to have a large variety of colors in their pant selection in their wardrobe. I fundamentally disagree. I wear jeans, largely only jeans. I have a pair of gray trousers. I have a pair of kind of olive green, army green kind of trousers. And I have a pair of navy blue trousers. And I have a pair of tan pants, like tan trousers. If you ask me what I wear on repeat, most often it's blue denim. It's blue denim. It is my favorite thing to wear. If I could wear blue denim all the time, I probably would. And yet I do occasionally think, okay, I'm kind of bored with blue denim. I'm going to try the gray trousers. Wore the gray trousers recently. They looked cute. I really wished I had jeans. Like, jeans are always my happy place. So if you have too many colors and you're thinking this colored pants situation is going to solve the problem. If I just had more colored pants, then I wouldn't be bored and I would know how to put together an outfit and I could match all these colored tops. It just makes it more confusing. So possibly you have too many colors, and possibly you have too many colored pants. Possibly you have too many patterns. You love patterns. You have all these florals and all these graphic patterns and all these stripes of different colors. And then when you try to build an outfit, it's just overwhelming to your brain. And so likely you end up in a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt. Again, I speak from personal experience and the experiences I have with my clients, where they tell me, oh, well, I only ever wear that with a white t-shirt, or I only ever wear that with a black t-shirt, because everything else is too patterned and makes it too confusing to try to figure out what to wear with what. You could have too many wows. You could have too many pieces that are statement, fabulous, signature pieces that you can't possibly put together outfits because it would just be way too much wow. Those fabulous, one-off, really kind of dramatic wow pieces are incredible. But if you have too many, if the scales are tipped and that's what you have the most of, those aren't outfit builders. Yes, they add impact. They are usually outfit finishers or the piece that you build the outfit around. But if your wardrobe is heavily weighted in the wows, it makes it really hard to build an outfit because you don't have the pieces that are the basics, that are kind of the fundamental grounding pieces that make the wow a wow. If you put all the wows together, there is no wow. There's just overwhelm. So you might have too many wows. And lastly, and most likely, this one is running underneath all of the other things, the colors and the patterns and the too many clothes and the too many wows and the too many vibes, is you have too many thoughts. You have too many thoughts about what is happening when it's time to get dressed with regards to outfit building, and those thoughts are what's getting in the way. The number of vibes you have going on in your closet, in your wardrobe, the number of wows, the number of colors, the number of patterns, the number of actual pieces, those can all be worked with. It's the thoughts that you keep thinking, the number of thoughts that happen on repeat that you might not even be aware of. That's where the actual problem is. You might have too many like your expectations might be kind of imbalanced. You might have too many limiting beliefs that you have held on since childhood by no fault of your own. When I speak of limiting beliefs and things that are going on in your brain, please know that those same things are going on in my brain. And while I might be a step or two, or maybe 6 ahead of you with regards to doing this wardrobe work, I am not immune to the stuff that still comes up in my brain. So understand that there is no shame in having limiting beliefs. There's no shame in believing that you cannot wear horizontal stripes. I just recently saw a post from an Instagrammer, an influencer who I absolutely adore, and she had received a comment on something she was wearing. She's a plus-sized woman. She had received a comment on something she was wearing, and the person was really pretty rude and direct about the fact that she could not wear horizontal stripes. No way. It was not flattering on her. She absolutely needed to choose something different. And so that is that woman who made the comment. That is her limiting belief. She believes that you cannot wear horizontal stripes at any size, but she was speaking to this woman who is a size 16 or 18. That limiting belief gets in the way when you go to your closet and you look at your stripes, if we're using the stripe example, because your brain doesn't really even register. It happens so fast that you don't even really register that the reason you're shying away from the stripes that you maybe loved when you bought is because you hear that voice in your head that says, I remember like in 5th grade when my mother told me, nope, your bust is getting bigger. You can't wear horizontal stripes. Or 2 days ago, you saw the same influencer have a comment, an unkind comment written to her about the fact that she had stripes on in this fabulous outfit she was wearing that looked fabulous on her body. Those things collect in our brain, and they collect so much momentum that we don't even know the constant spinning. We don't even notice that the constant spinning is happening. So no matter what's happening in your actual wardrobe when it comes to building outfits, whether it's too much of whatever, or not enough of whatever, that you don't have enough basics to actually get dressed. You don't have a pair of jeans that actually fit. You don't have a pair of brown shoes when all of your outfits would look amazing with brown shoes. Regardless of whether it's, plentiful or lacking in a category, the thoughts are likely plentiful and they are likely keeping you stuck in some way when it's time to build an outfit. So that's the first place that I would explore before you buy anything, before you edit anything. I would play around with what are your thoughts about building outfits? That it's hard, that it's easy, that it takes a long time, that you never do it right. What are the limiting beliefs that you maybe aren't aware that you've been running for decades that are keeping you from just getting dressed in an amazing outfit, looking and feeling incredible, and heading out the door? So now I'm just going to run through some kind of basic strategy items with regards to how to build an outfit. This is work that I do inside Style Therapy. I build outfits for clients. We talk about the outfits that are built. We talk about what works and what doesn't work. Building outfits, while it is a crucial component to getting dressed and feeling authentic and looking and feeling amazing in your clothing, I think when women hear about building outfits, when they consider the idea of making an outfit, it feels complicated and overwhelming, and like there needs to be a lot of pieces and there need to be a lot of components and a lot of interest and a lot going on. That is not my feeling, and I have a video about outfits. I will link it here. I am kind of anti-outfit in the way that I operate. And so that is the philosophy that I share with my clients. It does not mean they need to adopt it. I have lots of clients who have certain shoes that they only wear with certain things. And usually as we do the work together, they decide I see that maybe this isn't the best way to use the pieces in my wardrobe, that there are other options. And once the style self-trust that I focus on so heavily inside style therapy, once you gain style self-trust, and once my clients gain style self-trust, they trust themselves to wear those shoes that were once only for 1 or 2 outfits. They trust themselves to put those shoes on with a different outfit. And then they recognize that outfit building is really just a term for putting on clothing that covers you head to toe so that you can get on with your life. And so with regards to the actual strategy, like strategic steps that you can take to build an outfit, I'm just going to run through some, and hopefully they will be helpful to you as far as the logistics of getting dressed in an outfit. I want to stress that the thing that is most important is really looking at what are the thoughts and beliefs that you have around outfit building, if this is something you feel like you struggle with, because likely the beliefs and the thoughts are really the problem, and what's happening in your wardrobe can be fixed pretty easily by recognizing what might be missing and by adding those pieces. That's not where the problem usually exists or originates. It usually originates in our minds. So super simply, the first thing you want to consider when it's time to get dressed and you're going to build your outfit for the day is, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel when you get dressed? What are the feelings and the adjectives? Like, some people get really hung up on not being able to feel feelings or not being able to identify the feelings they want to feel. And so then just use adjectives. If it's too much of a stretch to kind of really go to the feeling words, I want to feel empowered. I want to feel joyful. I want to feel contentment. I want to feel worthy. I want to feel certainty. If the feelings are harder, just go to adjectives. I want to feel chic. I want to feel French. I want to feel vibrant. I want to feel whimsical. Go to the actual just adjectives. Forget the feelings. However you want to do it, pull some words. Think of truly, how do I want to feel today? I have a ton of stuff to get done. It's really cold outside. It's kind of dreary. I want to feel inspired and productive and fresh. And then when you go to your closet to pull the pieces to wear, pay attention to, if you want to feel inspired and productive and fresh, do the pieces that you're considering putting on your body elicit those feelings? Do they make you feel like the words that you've chosen? And then swap things out accordingly until you land on the pieces that make you feel the way you want to feel. And how do you want to look? Do you want to look chic? Do you want to look athletic? Do you want to look preppy? Do you want to look bohemian? But how do you want to look when you get dressed? And pay attention to the looking and the feeling. Those things are going to indicate what you should actually put on your body that day. And then once you get clear on the looking and the feeling, because you might want to look like you're on a tropical island and feel like you are, on this romantic vacation, that's great. But if it's December where you live and it's really cold, then you're going to have to modify the pieces likely, or turn up the heat and just stay home for the day. So what pieces could you pull from your, wardrobe that's climate appropriate that will conjure those same feelings? So it could be something that's fuchsia, or it could be something that's a really bright tropical green, that by wearing that, you're going to feel the things and look the way that you want to look, even though you're not in the tropics today. And the other thing is your activities. What are you going to do today? If you're going to run errands, but the shoes that you were thinking of wearing are really uncomfortable or slippery, and it's kind of slushy out and you're concerned about the safety factor, then don't wear those shoes. Choose something different that you can make work with the pieces that will allow you to be comfortable and safe and do the activity that you're doing for the day in the climate that you're in, while still honoring the way you want to look and feel in your clothes. And then I often suggest starting with one piece. And so sometimes this is dictated by someone else. Like, I work with several different teachers, and those teachers all have some sort of spirit wear that some days it's required that they wear that t-shirt or that sweatshirt to school, or that color to school. So those teachers are then building outfits with that spirit wear. They're making sure that they have a great cardigan or a great blazer that they love to wear over top of that, elementary school t-shirt with their favorite jeans and some sneakers or some booties. They have their outfit kind of inspired by or dictated by, someone else and what they need to do. It could be that you work in a situation where you have to wear black or navy or gray. It's a more corporate, more traditionally professional environment. What can you do to add your own, kind of pizzazz to it, your own vibe to it? Does that mean adding interesting jewelry? Can you wear a brightly colored shell or blouse with it? Sometimes our outfits, when we pick that first piece, are dictated, whether it's the case of a traditional business suit or, a t-shirt that you need to wear because it's showing school spirit. Sometimes they're dictated where we need to start with that piece. Sometimes it's a matter of start with your favorite piece. These are my favorite Levi's. I'm going to start with these and build from there. This is my favorite color. I'm going to start with this beautiful blue sweater and build from there. Sometimes it's purely functional. As I said, you're going to run errands and you don't want to slip. You have to go to a physical therapy appointment and you still want to look cute because you are meeting a friend for lunch. So you need some pants that are stretchy around the waist and feel comfortable to be able to go to physical therapy and then go sit at lunch with your friend. Don't overthink it. Understand that sometimes there are specific things that we need to dress for and parameters that we need to pay attention to when we get dressed. That does not mean you have to wear just the schleppy sweatsuit because there's no other option, or that you can't make the school t-shirt look cute, or that because everyone else is wearing navy and black and gray suits, you just have to look like everyone else and wait for the weekend to actually wear something you love. Use that first element of this is where I'm starting, whether it's something you're choosing because it's a favorite, or it kind of brings up the vibe that you're going for that day, or whether someone else has dictated that this needs to be part of your outfit, and then allow your creativity to flow from there. So then you're going to build on that. You're going to build on the piece or the things that are required for the day, or the piece that's the favorite, and you're going to play around. And I think this is another area where women get kind of stuck with outfits. They feel like one of two things happens. They either put on the outfit, and whether it works or doesn't, they're just done. They don't feel like messing around with it. These pieces look terrible, but I'm going out the door because either I'm out of time or it's too frustrating for me to keep trying pieces, so I'm just going to wear this. They've settled, essentially, even though they don't feel fabulous in it. They might not think it looks fabulous, but they're going to wear it because they put it on and they're not changing. And then there's the other side of that extreme, which is I have now tried on everything in my closet and everything is all over my bed and the floor in my bedroom, and I still don't really love how I look, but now I'm late and I need to go, or now I just have things to do and I need to get out of the house. But I still haven't landed on the outfit because I've tried everything on, but I don't love what I'm wearing. There is a bit of a requirement to spend a little time understanding your outfit building needs, so that not only are you aware of the pieces that might be missing, but you're understanding when you get hung up. I get hung up when I try to get dressed at 6 a.m. and my kids all need something from me, or my partner needs something from me, or the dog needs to go out, and I don't have enough time. I don't make enough time to actually build the outfit the way I would like to. Or I'm always missing a piece and I haven't ever gone to look for that belt or those shoes that would actually pull the outfit together. I know I would look and feel better, and I always, think I'm going to make time for it, but I don't. Pay attention to what are those things that are missing when it comes to actually getting dressed, or are the hiccups. So if it's that you don't want to do this at 6 a.m., then do it on Sunday. Pick 5 outfits for the week and build them out and hang them together in your closet. Tag them if you need to, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and put them on in the morning so you don't have to think about it. You've already played around to make sure the pieces go together. You've already identified what might be missing. The outfit is essentially built before you have to slip it on. And you're not getting stuck in that space of, well, I'm just wearing this even though I don't love it, or I've now tried on everything in my closet, I still don't love it, but I got to get out the door. And then take a photo. Whatever it is that you're wearing for the day, whether it's the most fabulous outfit you've ever put together, or whether it's the worst outfit you feel like you've ever put together, take a picture of it. Document what's happening when it's time to get dressed, because that data allows you to then make changes moving forward. Because we think, even I do this, I put on a great outfit, I wear it somewhere, I think, man, I love that outfit. If I don't take a picture of it, the next time I want to recreate it, sometimes it's hard for me to remember, what necklaces did I have on that I loved so much with those earrings? What sweater did I put over that blouse that I really liked the way that combo worked, and I'd never worn that before, but I forgot to take a picture of it? Sometimes it is really difficult. For me right now, as silly as this sounds with regards to taking pictures, I go to see largely the same group of people every Thursday night when my son Peter's band plays. Theoretical Blonde, if you haven't heard of them, check them out. I go to it's the same venue, it's a standing gig that they have every Thursday night, and pretty much every week until I started taking pictures before I left the house of what I'm wearing, I wonder, did I wear that sweater last week? I can't remember what I wore last week. Am I literally going to show up in the exact same outfit head to toe? Which I don't really have a problem with, but I'm trying to work my way through my wardrobe and wear all of my clothing. And sometimes it's hard for me to remember what I wore to Roja last week to sing along with the band. So take pictures. Get yourself dressed and take a picture. No one else has to see it, but begin to document. Create a little file of these are the things I'm wearing and how I'm wearing them, and it will begin to become more obvious when you're missing a belt, when you're missing a great pair of socks. This outfit's kind of boring. If I had these fun new trendy socks that everyone's wearing, I would actually like it better. I don't have the basic underpinnings. I'm missing a white t-shirt and a black t-shirt and a gray t-shirt. If I had those, I could layer better and I would like the way my outfit looked. That documentation begins to inform you. And I think that this is a little bit of a tangent, but I'm going to go there. I think that this is one of the problems that women run into with regards to wardrobe and style, in any category, any area, and specifically with outfit building. It feels like too much work, and it feels like it's not going to solve the problem. It seems like, okay, well, I don't love my outfit, so why would I take a picture of it, and how is that actually going to help me anyway, Kristen? And I promise you that by beginning to document what you're actually wearing and then flipping through that, even if you took a picture Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, Sunday, whatever, and one day a week you sat down for 15 minutes and went back through those pictures and looked at what did I wear and what might be missing from that outfit? What did I wear? What did I love? And document it, make notes. And the last thing I'll mention, which kind of feeds, from that idea of taking a photo of everything you're wearing, is evaluate. And this is a tool that I did not use very much in my earlier years. And over the last few years, I have learned to lean heavily on evaluating. And it can be in any category, at any time. It's only through evaluating and looking at something and analyzing it a little bit, not overanalyzing it, not getting stuck there, but analyzing it a little bit, that we can get any clarity on what we want to change, if anything. So with regard to evaluating, ask yourself 3 simple questions. And again, get a blank piece of paper. I like to write it, hand write it, because I feel like that expands at least my mind a little more to get it out of my brain and onto the paper. But if you would much rather type it on your phone or on your computer, go right ahead. 3 questions. What worked? We start with what worked because our brain often wants to tell us what didn't work. Well, this outfit looked terrible and that outfit looked terrible and I look really bad for that and I have nothing to wear with that t-shirt I have to wear to school, or I'm so sick of wearing gray suits. When we start with what worked, it gets our brain, it's like telling a child the good thing before you tell them that they need to change or correct some behavior. We're starting with the celebration and the wins for our brain so that our reticular activating system begins to see the wins more often instead of filtering through constantly the idea that we don't know how to build an outfit. If we start to celebrate the fact that one day this month I built an outfit that I loved, that's a win. Celebrate that first. So when you do your evaluation, whether it's at the end of every day, at the end of every week, I would suggest one of those 2, not waiting an entire month or 2 weeks, or longer, because I feel like that can get a little muddy. Although if you have the pictures, you will be able to go back. It's just probably going to be easier when it's fresh. What worked? What worked about your outfit? What worked was I was warm enough. What worked was I loved the color. What worked was these pants were comfortable all day. What worked was I love the way these jeans look with these shoes. What worked? And list that out. And then ask yourself what didn't work. What didn't work? What didn't work was this sweater itches and I actually need to get rid of it, or always wear it with something long sleeved underneath it. What didn't work was that blazer is too small, that blazer is uncomfortable, I don't have the belt that I really need, I don't actually really love any of my winter shoes. Ask yourself what didn't work with regards to these individual photos and outfits that you've been wearing. And then what could you do differently? Ask yourself when you look at a photo and you can see what worked. I love that color. What didn't work? That sweater is actually too short for those pants. I don't love the way the waist and the waistband and the length of the sweater work together. What could you do differently? Well, I could layer something underneath it that might be a little longer, that would make it feel like it covered more of what I wanted to cover. I could only wear that sweater with the higher rise jeans that I have, because then I would feel a little better about where the pieces met, together. I could just look for something else that is that color, that is a little bit longer, that I would feel more comfortable wearing with all of my different pants. Ask yourself what you could do differently. The beautiful thing is that you likely have a lot of the answers yourself. Before even, entertaining, working with a style coach one-on-one, you likely have a lot of the answers yourself. But if you're just getting dressed in the morning and feeling like you're always struggling to build an outfit you love, and you're not evaluating, you're not paying any attention to what really even could be the problem with regards to your outfit building skills, nothing's going to change. And usually when women come to me to work with me, it's because they feel like they have been stuck for so long. They're in this kind of hamster wheel situation where they know that they could look better. They know they even have some pieces that could work well together, but they are just not sure how to build outfits and how to make that feel effortless and easy and how to feel fabulous once they get those pieces on their body together. Evaluating is one of the most incredible tools that I use in every area of my life, and I use it with my clients. So what worked when you got dressed this week? What didn't work when you got dressed this week? And what could you do differently? Whether that's bringing in a piece, whether it's getting rid of a piece, whether it's wearing different pieces together, whether it's getting dressed earlier, making sure your outfits are pulled earlier, or allowing yourself more time in the morning, or making sure you have more layers so you're warmer. There are so many things that can go right and can go wrong and can be tweaked and altered so that you can put on an outfit and look and feel amazing and just get on with your day. Outfit building is not meant to be this complex, difficult project. It's just meant to be putting together pieces so that you're covered, head to toe where you need to be covered, and you look and feel authentic and fabulous in your clothing, and you can just go live your life. I hope that that's helpful. The one last thing I'll mention about the evaluations is usually with my clients, what happens is in those evaluations, it begins to become clear what kind of outfit formula or uniform they are most comfortable in. So as you evaluate, you will likely start to see, I actually love a t-shirt and a blazer and a pair of jeans. I actually love a dress with a long cozy sweater and a pair of boots. Because as you're paying attention and evaluating, you're gathering information that will help you indicate what formulas do I actually love. I love a crop top and a wide leg pant. I love a leaner pant with a more oversized dramatic sweater. You start to understand what it is that you actually like because you're evaluating and you're learning what you do like, what are the wins and what you don't like, what are the things that weren't so great, what didn't work so well. And from that information, usually a formula arises, and then the formula or the outfit, that kind of signature outfit combination, that uniform emerges, and getting dressed becomes easy because you can just plug and play. You know that these are the formulas I feel the most amazing in. I've taken all the drama out. I know how to get dressed. I know how to build a great outfit. This is a great outfit to me. I'm just going to keep repeating in different ways. I hope that is helpful. I feel like sometimes when always I am pretty passionate about the topics that I speak about here, and I can feel the East Coaster in me coming out when I start to just keep talking faster and faster like it's some sort of race. So I apologize. I might be one of the only YouTubers that you watch who you might want to slow down the speed, and instead of normal speed, go a speed slower. Or, you could speed me up, but I'm not sure you would be able to actually even understand what I'm saying. Maybe I'll work on actually taking more deep breaths mid-sentence or mid-video so that I'm not speaking so quickly. It's just that I am super passionate and enthused about these topics, and so it seems to just get me more and more wound up and just kind of exploding with more and more info in a faster way. So if you need to slow down the speed, I totally understand. I hope you have a really beautiful week. If you're interested in looking into working with me one-on-one, style therapy is how we do that. There's a link down below. A free consult call is the very first step. You can get that booked and we can go from there. I hope you have a really, really beautiful week, and I will see you next Friday. And if you're not already following me over on Instagram, I do a live Q&A there every week. You can check out my Instagram on Sunday because I put up the question box and I let you know if it'll be Monday or Tuesday for that week. And you can drop your questions down here below. Sometimes I miss them and it takes me 2 weeks. I forget to answer it the next week, and then you have to wait a little bit longer. It's better to just ask me the question over there in the DMs in Instagram. I'm at Kristen Cain Style over there. Also, have a really beautiful rest of your day, and thank you so much for tuning in.